Hi, welcome to week 4, how to back your horse with confidence and purpose. And as you see, we have a little guest here, Titus, who normally sits on the sidelines, and today he is playing a more active role in joining us. Okay. So the most common way that most people back their horse is by asking them with the head collar or halter and pushing on them to go back. What I see a lot of the time is that horses start getting heavy and that the person's having to put quite a bit of pressure, quite a lot of feel into that head collar or the rope to try and almost drag their horse backwards. What you want is for the horses to get the message to go from their brain, that they then rebalance their body and then it goes to their feet. So when I ask on the halter, if he doesn't then start to rebalance himself, I will take my stick and just gently tap on his chest. And then I release on the halter. And that way, you can start getting the idea that there will be a backup. And how firm I need to be is proportionate to how much resistance he has. So I'll be a lot more patient with a horse that's new to this idea, or I'll be quicker to correct a horse that knows it but just isn't really feeling it today. Good boy. Very good. When you're working on the backup and it's new to your horse, you want to focus on either the quality of the backup, that the horse is actually responding on a softer feel, the speed of the backup, that they get going, or the distance of the backup. What a lot of people do is ask for too much too soon. They want the horse to back up lightly, quickly, and far before the horse has really got good at rebalancing themselves and taking that idea from their mind to their feet. Another way that you can back your horse up is by training them to respond to your hand cues. And in that way, I would use a wiggling finger as a first step, and that means that I lift my energy, I think back up, and I look and send my belly button towards my horse, which I'll show in a second, and use my finger. That way, that is a cue that they would then also be able to use at liberty. If they then don't use that, I can then send some energy down the rope by wiggling my wrists. If that energy is ignored, I can move to my elbow, and if that is ignored, I move to my shoulder and I send a wave down so that the full rope and even the clip really moves. And if they get conked at that point, it's because of that amount of resistance. Usually most horses will then take a step back, which allows you to then reward, release on them having done the right thing, and allow them time to process, and then start lightly again. Always go back to your finger before you go to your wrist, elbow, shoulder if necessary. Finger, wrist, and there he went. Not his most lively or best backup, but I reward that he went and hope that now he's got a better idea. Ask again. Yep, back. And there he went much sooner, much softer. And I allow that to build up. You'll see I've also got a pole on the ground. The bear is able to simply back up over obstacles like this. Good boy. Good. Very good. But if your horse is new to it, then I would build them up by having them already learn to rest on the other side of the pole. They learn that that is the place, the destination, the relaxation spot. then you can ask them to just bring 1 or 2 front feet over. Good. And we're having a clumsy day. Good boy. And then we just do just enough of an ask and release that energy so that they go, okay, I'm resting, and then ask them just to get back to their original rest spot. Good boy. And here I can reinforce with my stick if he's ignoring the light request, or I can go up my faces with the rope. At this point, when there's an obstacle like that, I'd be inclined to stay softer for longer and maybe add a new energy such as the stick rather than a more of a disciplining energy with the rope that says oi. I tend to really only use that if my horse is crowding me and is behaving in a dangerous manner, whether they mean to or not. Sometimes they get so high on their own energy, they're oblivious to where we are, and we need to just give them a bit of a, almost like a hysterical person getting a slap in the face, a little bit of a shock that matches their energy level, to say, hey, pay attention, you need to focus. And then you go back to just politely asking them and giving them a job to do. I'd say that's very rare that I would actually do that. It's only in those situations where I feel that the horse is behaving in a way that could, whether intentionally or accidentally, put me or the horse in any danger. Good boy. So once he's now established with bringing his front feet over, good boy, and back again. Good. I can then ask for more. And here, good. We've just gotten over the pole before I ask him to come back. Very good. And then I can start building up and asking from further and further away. So from there, I was wanting him to clue into the puzzle, so I kept just dropping my request back down each time that he went back to the light phase. If this is a horse who is really unsure, doesn't really understand backing over the pole, or is really anxious and nervous about it, then I would actually stop at certain points and just allow, as long as you feel that there is an effort and a try from the horse, allow them to have a little breather, get control of their emotions and process that all again. Very good, well done there. Good luck.